Today's topic, we're talking about dislikable fear. Everybody wants to be liked. Okay? Everybody wants to be liked. Dislikable fear is the fear of not being liked. The fear of not being liked is dislikable fear. But the fear comes in is that it changes your personality. It changes who you are. That's when the fear comes in. When you're not able to be yourself and you change yourself to be liked. Dislikable fear comes with the effects of living by other people's approval and standards for your own worthiness. Living by other people's approval and standards for your own worthiness. You want to feel accepted. Everyone wants to be liked and be praised. But the notion of having everyone to like you is a complete fantasy. When you get desensitized, right? If anything that desensitizes you, where your morals and your ethics, you don't see no more. You have no more morals and ethics. You don't care about your morals and ethics. Then your dislikable fear has went too far. You're willing to say anything just to be liked, to be part of something, to feel accepted. Your dislikable fear has went too far when you ignore your morals and your ethics. Dislikable fear. Willing to do anything to be liked. Looking for other people's approvals. Living by other people's standards to be liked. This is dislikable fear. And we talk about more of this when we come back. Welcome back. We're talking about dislikable fear. You cannot make everyone happy without breaking your own morals. There's no way that you can make everyone happy without breaking your own morals. And the reason why I say that is because everyone has different beliefs of what is good and what is bad. So if you're trying to make somebody like you, right, or feel, if you're trying to make someone like you, you living by their approval. And your morals is being compromised by their approval. So you're willing to compromise your morals to their approval. That means you're being changed. And sometimes people don't care if they've been changed. They just want that person to like them. Dislikable fear causes these results. Dislikable fear causes these results. When people don't value themselves, they put themselves in other people's hands. Now their recognition becomes worthy to all types of whatever is acceptable. So when you're looking for recognition, your worthiness becomes acceptable to anything. I'm willing to accept that. As long as I'm recognized, as long as you see me here, y'all see me, I accept it. As long as I was there, right? I'm recognized. The fear of not being liked means you stand on no grounds and you're easy to be persuaded by any counsel. So anybody can persuade you because you want to be liked so bad. You want to be a part of the status quo. You want to be part of whatever. You want to be part of it. The recognition for acceptance. The recognition for acceptance should never make a person compromise to the things that are unholy. So you're looking for recognition and you're willing to accept anything because you don't want to be left out. You don't want to feel different. Even though you know they're wrong, you don't care. You just want to be part of them. You don't want them to know that you don't believe what they believe. You don't want to know that you disagree. As long as you recognize and you accept it. Because fear has stepped in. Because you want to be liked. Dislikable fear makes you live by other people's counsel and doctrines of instructions instead of the doctrine that was originated or given to you. Dislikable fear makes you live by other people's counsel and doctrine of instructions instead of the one that has been originated for you to live by. So dislikable fear allows you to live in other people's instructions that you don't agree with. Has you to live by other people's beliefs. Dislikable fear. It's not good. We'll be back with more. There's no reason to have dislikable fear when you're living in holiness. There's no reason. Now, the reason why I say that is because worthiness comes with holiness. So if you living by love and you living in a good way, right, you're already accepted. Because worthiness comes with holiness. So if you're holy, means you're pure. If you're pure, you have been accepted. Now question yourself. Who raised you? The people of the world? The world? Or your parents? Did the world raise you? Or your parents raised you? So who cares what other people think? Unless you're living in the wrong. And if you are living in the wrong, who cares what other people think? And who has all the answers to life? Can you say to a person, well, okay, since you want me to live by your approval, do you have all the answers to life? Whoever has all the answers to life, that's the approval that I want to live by. So if you have all the answers to life, I'm living by that person's approval, right? And whoever created the world, if a person out there created the world, means they have all the answers to life. Because they created the world. They created me. They created the earth. They created everything on earth. They have the answers to life. So I want to live by their approval. Ask yourself this. For am I now seeking the approval of the world, or am I seeking the approval of God? Or am I trying to please man? Am I trying to please the world? If I'm trying to please the world, then I cannot be a servant of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Because I can't serve two people. I can't. So if I'm looking for approval of the world, then I'm looking for approval of the creator of the universe. So if I know that God created the world, right, I should be looking for his approval instead of looking for everybody else's approval. Because they don't have all the answers. So my dislikable fear, okay, so if I have dislikable fear, the dislikable fear should be the dislikable fear of God. But God says, do not fear, because God loves you. So God says you're worthy because you're trying to live by his approval. There's no reason to have dislikable fear. We'll be right back with more. So, like I said, if you know that God created you and gave you Jesus Christ, his son, to instruct us, then you should know that the only one person approval counts is God's approval. God formed me. He knit me in my mother's womb. He created me. He gave me his son Jesus to instruct me. So now I should live with Christ. So since I have been crucified with Christ, I no longer live by the way of the world. I no longer live by the ways of the world because I've been crucified with Christ. I'm living for Christ. So I'm not looking for the world's approval. I'm looking to live to the approval of God. And the life I now live, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loves me and gave himself for me. So now I am worthy to his kingdom. I am worthy to his kingdom. And that's the worthiness. That's the worthiness. So there should not be no dislikable fear. Because God says you are already worthy. So God says you're already worthy. Who cares if other people don't like you? You're worthy to God. And that's all that counts. So say goodbye to dislikable fear. We'll be right back. I'm worthy. I'm worthy by God's approval. I'm worthy because I live by God's instructions. And if you do not live by God's instructions and you're not willing to take your cross and follow Jesus Christ, then you're not worthy by God. So if you want to live by other people's approvals and standards and not by God's standards, then you're not worthy to God. Dislikable fear should never be the fear of not being liked by the world. Fear not, by living by God's approval. Dislikable fear should be dismissed. Question yourself. Whose approval do you crave? I'm your transformation life coach, Trey Knowles. This has been an episode of Truth and Knowledge. Till next time, have a good one.